Give him the big intro, Tills. Off you go.
With a pen, a piece of paper, and 4 fictional friends, our next guest changed the world. He's reuniting with our favourite gang in his new book, Always Remember, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, the Horse, and the Storm, which is out now. So please welcome Mackesy, the lovely Charlie Mackesy!
Oh, how are you, Charlie?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's Charlie Mackesy.
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. Get behind that mic if you don't mind a little bit more.
What, this close?
Well, just can you move to your left now? We're talking about it. That's perfect.
Look, now I can see you.
That's 100% perfect. What have you been writing down, my friend?
I wrote that I spent a lot of time drawing and feeding ducks and being quiet, and now I've done some interviews the last 2 days and I'm exhausted. And you, however, are like Forrest Gump. You just don't. How do you do it?
Well, I do. I mean, that's the whole point. We talked about this earlier on in the week. At 10 o'clock I stop. 10 a.m. I stop.
And then what?
I have a quiet life until tomorrow morning. Not tomorrow morning, until Monday morning.
Okay.
But I have to, otherwise you couldn't do it.
No.
And I love doing it.
Yeah, you're very good. I saw myself on the lift just now and went, who's that?
But it's because it's not what you do.
Exactly.
And you're giving. You don't like being interviewed anyway. You
except with you.
Thank you, and we really appreciate you coming in to see us. Thank you for your time. But I know you don't like it. You'd rather stick, a hot poker where the sun don't shine. But you're doing it, and thank goodness. This book, Charlie, I would say this wouldn't I, because we've been friends forever. But I love this book more than the first one, which I thought was impossible.
Do you really?
I'm not joking.
Oh, Chris.
Always remember the boy, the mole, the fox, the horse, and the storm.
Yeah.
It's a simple book, but that doesn't mean it was easy to write. You've done all the heavy lifting for us. That's the whole point about your books. How long has it been since the last one?
6 years, isn't it?
Unbelievable. 6 years.
Yeah, isn't that mad?
Yeah, but completely worth the wait.
Oh, thank you.
Completely worth the wait. How would you typify the first one? How would you frame that one? And then we'll get on to this.
It's a hard question. Probably
a friendship?
Journeys into friendship, vulnerability, honesty.
Because I know what this one's about.
Do you?
Self-love.
Yeah.
It screams off the page.
Yeah.
And it's the one thing most of us are rubbish at.
Well, I am, yeah.
I am too.
Yeah.
Speaks to me so much, this book.
Mm-hmm. And I think this one, for me, there's a sort of ground zero in it where the boy loses his friend, or at least gets separated, and he has to somehow work out what to do, how to respond to that. And I think for me, that was the big terror always in me, is sort of separation, abandon, all that stuff, and what do you do when that happens? And I think suffering, no one wants to suffer, like we all hate it, but actually what I've seen in me and other people is that we the human spirit is unbelievable. Like the things we fear, when we're actually in it, we can do it, Do you know what I mean? Like it's
the storm. You talk about it in the book, don't you? It's the storm.
The storm comes. Yeah.
The storm comes.
You have to remember who you are. It's not if it'll come, it's when it comes.
Yeah, life will life.
Life will life. Remember who you are. And he says, well, who am I? And I says, well, you're loved. So hang on.
Yeah. Chris McCausland talks, because we've just had Chris McCausland on, the brilliant Chris McCausland.
Yeah.
And he talks about, he uses a different word. It's got 4 letters in it, and it starts with shirt and ends in, you can guess what it ends in. Mm-hmm. And he says, that happens.
Yeah.
That's life.
Of course.
And if you think about his journey, and it's so bizarre that I read both the books on the same day. They were like.
Did you really?
Yesterday, I read them both yesterday.
Wow.
And they were perfect company, I have to say, and they were so complimentary towards each other. If his was like 9/10 of the glass, yours was the last bit.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, keep laughing.
Talk about a journey. Talk about the storm coming, because he knew his storm was coming,
right? Yeah.
Which was going blind gradually.
Yeah.
From the age of 3, 4, 5 years old. And the last computer game he could see, and he loved computer games, and the last sitcom he could see, and the last game of football he could have, and this happened over 25 years,
right?
And then I go to your book, and there are so few words on each page, but they land so big, they're huge, and
thank you.
And as always, the illustrations are the McCartney to the words Lennon, or the other way around. I don't know what to do. I sort of want to read the book on the air, but I don't think we could do it. It wouldn't take that long, but that's not how you read these books.
No, I think yeah, slowly.
You read it. You read a page, and it sort of punches you full in the face.
I think what's interesting to me is quite a few of them. The pages were done during lockdown, when we were all feeling this, whatever it was we were feeling collectively, and so I've been waiting for it to brew. Do you know what I mean? Like, until it felt. I didn't want to make a book for the sake of it. I had to sort of.
And you had all the offers to do that.
Yeah, you just want. What's the point? Make sure when you do it that you mean it.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about ikigai, you know, and being present, and the fact that success. We say it a lot on the show. Success isn't a product; it's a process.
Oh yeah.
And that's what this is. You know, each one of these pages, they could have taken 100 years each to come to fulfillment. This is getting harder, said the boy as the storm came in. Then every step you take is a bigger victory. Mm-hmm. I want to say the harder it gets, but that's not there because you leave all these lovely gaps for us to fill in ourselves.
Yeah, I love the idea of gaps for people to put their own kind of experiences into it. And
that changes every time you read it because you're a different person.
Different every day. You're something else. Yeah. Oh, you're lovely. I mean, because when I was making it, sometimes I've lain, since it's been finished, I finished it a few months ago, I lay in bed thinking, what was that? What have I, you know, you wonder, don't you, what you've made. So it's lovely to hear reactions. Yeah.
This is great. I mean, honestly, every page is great. It reminds me of when I once had a big house, and I was on my own, right? Yeah. In life, you know, I had friends and things, but I was on my own. Didn't have a partner at the time, and I was doing this house. I had all the money in the world, you know, all the time in the world, all the resources in the world, and I thought I've got a good plan. I'm going to come up with a superstar room. I'm going to sort that room. I'm going to design that room. I'm going to get all the people in. And then I can't move on to the next room until it can compete in a world heavyweight championship with the first room.
Right.
And I went on like that throughout the house. And it sort of worked. And I can't help feeling your book is the same because there isn't a weak link in the chain. Every page stands up to the page before and after it. This is great. This storm is making me tired, said the boy. I know, said the horse. But storms get tired too.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to hear that?
Yeah. Well, they do, don't they, in the end?
Oh, this too
but
will
we
pass.
forget that because they're just so overwhelming at the time, you know?
6 years. 6 years. How do you decide? When do you decide? Is it every 3 months? Do you get a few pages? Do the words come? Pictures come? If you can just revisit that process for us.
Yeah, I think the drawings are on a daily basis. Like I haven't really stopped making them since the last one, but there are just piles and piles of them. And then I like sharing them on Instagram, so I like hearing from people how it resonates.
Yeah.
So I know instinctively what's landing, what has meaning for people. It's pointless putting things out if it doesn't.
Right.
And then I sort of collect things and have piles and piles of things, and then somewhere within me I go, okay, there's some kind of there's a line, a narrative here. There's a sort of an arc to this.
Right.
So I bundle the arcs together, and then I suppose at some point, you know, like when you're making a cake, you kind of feel like, oh, it's about right. I can take it out now.
Do you bake? Are you a baker?
Ironically, I'm terrible.
There's a lot of we kick off with cake again, don't we? It kicks up. Don't worry, kids. The cake is in there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it very much is in there. Yeah.
Here we go again. When we are vulnerable with each other, whispered the boy. I'll do that again. When we're vulnerable with each other, whispered the boy, we are strong. And obviously you can interpret that however you like, whenever you like, as often as you like. But as I saw it yesterday, as I see it this morning, when we are vulnerable with each other, we are strong. Yeah. When you're vulnerable with yourself, you can get into a loop of doom.
Oh, a spiral, yeah.
Yeah, spiral all the way down. And then your chimp joins in as well. And then you're in all kinds kinds of trouble. Yeah. You know, and if there's nobody around, write it down, get it out.
Yeah,
get it out.
Yeah.
But with each other, we are strong. And that whole thing of a problem shared is a problem halved, it's more than halved, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. But I think sometimes they're terrified of appearing weak, you know?
Yeah.
But it's the strength, always.
Carpe diem, said the moth. I've heard that before, but I haven't heard the next bit. What does that mean? Don't leave to tomorrow the cake you could eat today.
Come on.
That's not the direct translation, but we'll take it. Of course, you have won an Oscar, haven't you? You have an Academy Award.
I wondered if you're going to bring that up.
Oh, we don't have to bring it up. Would you like me not to bring? Would you like me to unbring it up?
No, I can't bring it up. It's fine. It's there on the table now. You said it. Yeah, it was fun.
Right. Of course, it was fun. You've won an Academy. By the way, the guy's won an Academy Award. Yes.
Oscar winner, Charlie Mackesy!
He loves it. He can't get enough. He usually carries it around with him. He actually had it on a ribbon around his neck for a while because that's the kind of guy he is. Obviously, this is gagging to be made as a screenplay.
Do you think? Yeah, I've been wondering about that. Do you think so?
Well, why would it not? I mean, the first one won an Academy Award. This is clearly the second one in a series of however many you want to make, however long that's going to take, whether you live long enough to make another one or for another one to come together of its own accord in a way. You put it out there, don't you?
Yeah.
And it's a bit like the moon. I didn't know that the moon is part of the Earth. You know, the Earth was hit by a meteorite, and all the bits went off into space.
I didn't know that.
And then they all came together because that's what bits do in space.
Yeah,
they are magnetised together, and that's what your book does. That's what your books. That's what your pages do, isn't it? They come together.
That's a very lovely thing to say.
But that's what happens, isn't it? And good things come together. Friends come together.
In the end, they do. Yeah, the invisible thread, I suppose.
Yeah, it's the opposite of entropy. In space and time, things. What do? They extend out. What would you call it? Expand.
Expand, yeah.
But actually, you know, in community and in love, you know, we are one, aren't we? That's the thing. You know, we wake up every morning on our spaceship going 67,000 miles an hour, and we don't bat an eyelid. It's like, this is great, everyone.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better than this. Anyway, back to the Academy Award.
No, I'm enjoying this. It's like when the teacher goes on a distraction. You let them
sorry.
Brilliant.
It's you. Compared with the teacher, you're the blooming teacher, mate.
I'm so not.
No, that's
Come
the thing.
on.
No, because the phrase used to be, didn't it? The Zen. I'm doing all the talking here.
No,
Charlie Mackesy.
I'm loving you talking.
The phrase used to be, when the student is ready, the master will appear. But it's not, is it? It's the other way around. When the master is ready, the student will appear because we learn from the people we're teaching. That's when you truly know something.
Yeah, but I always see myself as on the same side of the river as everybody else. We're just trying to work out how to get across together, rather than me going, "This is how you do it."
Yeah.
So all this stuff is just what I've learned with friends. This is how we're going to do this. Let's talk about this. Let's journey together. Let's be vulnerable. Let's connect. Because all any human really wants is connection. And
yeah, I know the noise is there for a reason because we're scared of the signal.
Yeah,
you know. And the chaos and the calamity and the catastrophization of things. Do you do not retreats, but have you sat with people who have asked you questions and you've responded in the kind of meter, the kind of rhythm, from the kind of depth of wisdom that you seem to hold?
It's a good question. No, like I don't contrive things, like I don't set things up. But, I have good friends and I just send them, I do a drawing of some words and send them a WhatsApp and say, how do you feel when you read this, when you see this? How does it make you feel? Or on a wider level on Instagram, I'll post it and I'll read the comments. I want to know, and so for me, it's always like a dialogue. It's always, with people. In various, with friends, whoever I'm with, we always end up talking about something that's important.
And where are you with the skin and bones of us? Like, that phrase, we're not humans having a spiritual experience, we're spirits having a human experience.
Yeah, I love that.
How does that sit with you? Do you subscribe to that? I do, and then some days I can't, and I know it's true, and I can't get back on the bus. Yeah,
because I think our minds are really limited, and mystery is the great embarrassment to the modern mind, isn't it? Someone said that. It wasn't me. But so I think, we have to be content with questions and to enjoy them, live in them. And the answers, I think, are usually to do with connection and relationship rather than any cognitive decision about... Do you know what I mean? I think... What am I saying?
No, you're saying it's about community.
I think it is. And I think there is so much that we don't know.
That's unknowable.
There you go. That's better. Unknowable. Really is.
Yeah, and we still yearn to know it. It's
Yeah.
like, well, we can't.
We can't really.
Because we don't know what's going on.
But we know what
here.
works for us, that love works.
We do know. Right, here's a question for you. We absolutely know.
Yeah.
So we worry about what's unknowable, which is silly. We know what works.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to apply it on a regular basis. I mean, I do the work. I do the practices.
Yeah.
You know, and I have a generally great time, wonderful time. You know, even my darkest days are tens in their own way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's strange, isn't it, when you know the answers, because you can't spend your whole life trying to feel good, because that's, for a start, it's selfish and it's quite boring, and you become quite a dull person.
But I think the intention, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to have a different kind of aim.
So what? Give me that. What's if you could give us one silver bullet for that? What would that be?
Well, they've proven that, you know, if kindness, being kind makes you happy.
Oh God, that's so true.
They have.
Yeah.
And if they've studied that,
Yeah.
that actually, if you want to be happy, just, you know.
It's really good for the world.
It's really good for the world, and you.
Well, let's just do that.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Here's the next question. Why don't we?
That's the
Why don't we?
big question.
Why don't we?
Well, I think it's not. I think humans are great. I think they are kind a lot of the time, kinder than we imagine.
Yeah.
There's more love going on than the problem with the news is that we get all the agony, which is real,
Yeah.
or the hate or the damage being done.
Yeah.
But everywhere you see in small, next to you, me, people around us,
Yeah.
there's love, kindness, forgiveness, you know, beauty, right?
What about for those of us who can't draw and can't come up with these beautifully pithy,
Wow.
wonderful aphorisms?
You can draw, you just don't draw like anybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody draws.
yeah,
That's what I've always tried to do with people.
Sorry. Who don't want to draw.
Oh, don't want
like
to draw. Yeah, fine, then don't.
No, I know, but what do you just figure out what your jam is and do that instead? Is that give us some? Just give me anything here for people listening.
Well, I think everybody's like, we're all scared of. It's a hard question because you know we're the worst critics of ourselves. So when we do things or create things or say things quietly, we're going, you know, there's a page in the book where the horse says you'll have critics, just try not to be one of them.
Yeah.
So the first thing is to give yourself
What is that, by the way?
Give yourself some grace. You know, have a go. We're not alive that long, so do what's in your heart, you know?
See, that's the other crazy thing.
Yeah.
We fear everything but death.
Yeah.
What is that about? We fear everything on a daily basis, on the bus, at work, in the gym.
Or what people think of you if you wear these shoes, or if you draw this or write that.
We're going to die.
Yeah. So just say it.
Oh.
You know? And you're more wonderful than you possibly imagine. This is the thing, imagine, you know, this is what amazes me.
I don't feel very brave, said the boy.
Mm-hmm.
That was a brave thing to say.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it is, though.
They're so
But that thing, he doesn't realise that he's brave.
They're so massive. They're so massive.
But
what's the
brave
most precious thing you've been given? Time.
Yeah,
said the
yeah,
voice.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, time.
Oh, mate.
Well, thank you, because I genuinely wasn't sure what you were going to say about it, so it's...
Oh, I'll be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
if I said I prefer it to the first, that means that sounds like I didn't like the first. I love the first. The first is on
thank you.
constant repeat in our house.
It's actually...
Yeah, 100%. I think this is better. Maybe it's just more relevant to me. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe that's it. So you've done mates, you've done community, you've done self-love.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next pillar of the temple, do you think?
That's a really good question, and I don't know.
'Cause the Stoics have
grief.
4, don't they?
I think grief is an unexplored thing.
Right.
I lost my mum, I lost my dog, Barney. So I think grief is something that, you know, it's like being bitten by a snake and you don't know what the venom's going to do from one day to the next.
Yeah.
And it's important that we allow it, that the process is just, it's okay to feel what you feel on a day. And I haven't really, maybe that sounds quite gloomy. So there is that. But Chris, the thing for me is every day I don't quite know what I'm going to say. Do you know? You
just wait, don't you?
Yeah. And talk and chat and feel your way along.
Yeah, I mean, you don't just wait to see which way the wind blows. You prepare. You make yourself the biggest target
Yes.
in the most sort of nuanced way and gentle way.
Right.
For things to hit you that
Yeah,
might
exactly.
be useful.
But listen, and to see it happening
You talk
to
about
others.
gentleness in the book, don't you?
Gentleness is just such a strength, you know.
Yeah, being gentle is the
Yeah,
greatest
yeah,
strength.
yeah, yeah. It really is.
Yeah, holding things.
It doesn't appear strong, but it really
It's the
is.
strongest thing in the
Ah,
world.
yeah.
Brilliant, mate.
Oh, I love you, Chris.
Gosh, I love you. I genuinely love you. I love
Thank
you. I
you.
love Christmas course. I love everyone. It's one of those days. It's all you need is love Friday. Yeah, let's play the Beatles. Let's play all you need is love.
Yeah.
We can find it. We got
Very
it.
good.
Because Tilly's really good at this stuff. Round of applause for Charlie Mackesy, please, if you don't mind. Thank you very much indeed. Always remember The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, the Horse and the Storm by Charlie Mackesy. Loads of mums and dads who bought the first book or said they bought the first book for their kids will be buying this unashamedly for themselves and their kids, and maybe you never know, a couple of books in the one family. I think we'll have 2 or 3 copies of this in our house. Charlie, thank you.
Oh,
I love
thank
you.
you. I love you too. Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome. It's 9:44. We're almost done here. What a great guest to finish the week off. Thank you, Charlie Mackesy.